All right, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Here we are in the lighthouse. It is our day 2, I believe. We just slept all night for our interloper start. And we had a great start. Last episode, it was a pretty short episode. We spawned here in Desolation Point, went looked for matches, finally found them, not where we usually do, not in the whale processing plant, but we did find one box of matches here in the lighthouse. So we, in the process, found a bunch of food, managed to make some water, and so we're doing pretty well. If we just look at our stats here, we're warm, we're relatively fresh, not tired. We are hydrated, just hydrated ourselves because when we restore the save, it's from when we woke up, and we still got a little food in us, but we are not yet at the point where we are going to go for well-fed. Lost some condition last time, mostly due to cold, but made a lot of it back up overnight. So I would say we are doing pretty well. So if you're just joining for the first time, this is Will. We are doing an interloper run. This is day 2. I think it's day 2. Let's just check. Yeah, day 2 of our interloper run. We'll do a quick knapsack check here. We've got a bunch of good stuff here. We've got a lot of coal. We've got some matches. We're doing pretty well here, I would say. We've got our old man's beard antiseptic. We've even got 1 tea, 3 bandages.
I think my stomach is eating itself.
Yeah, we are hungry though. Will is hungry. I don't think we need this, and we don't really have any cloth, so I'm just going to harvest that. And we don't have a sewing kit. So we will need to find a sewing kit. A lot of color film, though, which is going to be awesome once we find a camera. We have a flare for emergencies. We got some rocks. Don't want this spray paint. And these things, I think we will probably leave here in the lighthouse before we go. So I think today what we're going to do is head over to Coastal Highway. It's about noon. Yeah, so let's go. I don't think we have time to tear the rest of these rabbits down. So risky as it sounds, I think we are going to bring them with us because I'd want to bring the gut anyway. We're going to be stinky no matter what, so we may as well bring them with us. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let's do it. All right, we're going to head downstairs. Before we leave, we're just going to leave some stuff in this drawer right here. Hopefully we'll remember it's here. And really it's going to be the replacement fuses and the wiring and the film. We don't need that. The rest we'll take with us. We got a bunch of torches, so if we need to light one, we can. Let's go. All right. It's actually not super duper cold. It's not warm, but it's not super duper cold. Let me take the shortcut down here. All right, Will. He sounds like he's breaking a leg. He's just kind of like hopping down the road here. We're going to try not to run too much. If we take a little cold damage, we're going to take a little cold damage. It's not that big a deal. We are still stinky, so we have to be careful. But we are going to try to save our strength. Go on the beach here and see if there's any good stuff to beach comb along the way. Actually, we'll do a little bit of running there. What is that? That looks like firewood. That's a good one. Spray paint, don't need it. Oh, a fish. Well, since we're stinky anyway, let's grab that. And a stick. Don't need the stick. Yeah, since we're stinky anyway, we're going to grab that fish. Now we're still too stink, but it's not the stinkiness. Here's some extra food. That's good. crate. Let's see. The strangest stuff washes ashore. So for those of you who have... Oh my goodness, that is awesome. You're going to pop that on right now. And yeah, be a little warmer. For those of you who have never done this before, beachcombing in some of the regions where there is ocean, stuff washes ashore periodically. And so if you happen to be going somewhere anyway, you may as well go along the coastline. Look at that, a rabbit pelt. Whoa, you gotta watch out for that though. When you see the exclamation mark and you hear the ice cracking, you got a couple of seconds to get off that or you are going to get hypothermia. So you gotta keep an eye on that. But otherwise, beachcombing is a good way to get some stuff that you might otherwise not find. All kinds of interesting stuff washes ashore. Sometimes like a whole boat. You can go in and check it out. It's amazing, really, actually. There's a lot of stuff that washes ashore. Got to remember we're stinky here, so coming through little cracks like this is very dicey when you're stinky. Because you don't know if there's a wolf on the other side. Just got to be quiet and listen. Maybe crouch walk a little. Yeah, I don't see one, though. I think we are in good shape. Alright, I'm gonna get out through here. And if we do hear a wolf, so we're gonna go up there by the truck, the same way we came down. If we do hear a wolf, we can always pull out our torch. It's not windy. So, and we're gonna need light to get through the mine anyway. So, I don't think we have a whole lot of fuel. So we'll probably end up lighting a torch anyway. I hesitate because I don't really want to use up too many matches. We've used one match. We have 11 left. We're going to find more matches, but until we do, I want to be a little frugal. And we're staying in the wind shade. So for those of you who are new to the game, if you see that icon up in the center there, right near where the stink meter is, that means you are shaded from the wind. And if you look at the temperature gauge, right now it's 2 arrows down. When we were shaded from the wind, it was just 1 arrow down. So you want to, if you're worried about wind, if you're worried about cold, you want to try to stay in the wind shade as much as possible. But we should be warm in here, so let's go in and see. Yeah, so we are warming up a little bit in here. It is dark in here, so now it's, let's search these. It's decision time. We have to decide, are we going to use a match or not? And I think we should, because I think that there are almost certainly going to be wolves on the other side of this mine, and a lantern's not going to cut it to scare those wolves away. We're going to need fire. We are so stinky. Plus, we can light a fire, and we can cook this stuff. The fish, in particular, actually. We're going to want to cook that. So here's how we do the lantern chain trick. So first of all, I like to sort by condition, because that way I get rid of my low condition torches first. So you'll see when we run out of this torch, we're going to drop it, we're going to pick the next one, and we're going to light it. So it's going to look something like this. Drop, pick, light. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. First, we're going to pick up this one. We're going to light it, so that's one match. And we're going to use this fire as long as we can. Meanwhile, we'll pick up some coal, because, hey, why not? Coal is the best combustible in the game. And it's renewable, which is nice, but only in certain places. So, you gotta go through these mines and pick it up. When you have an opportunity, you grab it, because then it'll respawn and you can get it again next time. It's always a lot of coal like the first time you go into a mine, because I guess if you haven't cleaned it out yet. And now we're going to be a little bit heavy here, but that's okay, because it's just the way it is. When we get to the other end of this mine, maybe we will triage some stuff and see if we want to drop anything. The other thing to note if you're doing this torch thing is that torches are brighter when they have more time left on them. So you can kind of start to look and say, hey, you know, if I can.
I'm not sure I can carry much
Yeah,
more.
Will, come on, suck it up. You can carry more. So if you start to think, hey, it's not as bright as it used to be, that is a sign. Like another one of these, that your torch is running out. So here's how we're going to do it. Normally I wait a little longer, but I want to show you. So we're going to drop this one. We're going to grab that one. We're going to crouch. And then we are going to, wow, it is super dark here. This might not actually work. There it is. I'm going to find it. Ha! Where did it go? Okay, well, that didn't work. So we're going to waste another match. I don't know why it was that. That was super dark. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Trying to show you how to do it, and it's not working, but we will do that next time. So we did waste an extra match. We'll grab that prybar, because why not? Search this corpse. Is there a knapsack as well? No, just the corpse. So we'll continue grabbing coal. That was kind of embarrassing, because I do this all the time, and I have no idea what happened. It looks like I end up looking up instead of looking down, and I don't know. Reminds me of the time when Astrid plays using my controller. She plays normal view and I play inverted view. So, I don't know. I can't blame it on that. I have no idea what happened there. But I'm going to get it right next time, so I will show y'all how to do the torch marathon trick. Meantime, there is a ton of coal in this mine. You know, and we're doing okay. I mean, if we wasted another match, we wasted another match. It's not that big a deal. We will have more matches than we need at some point. So that is how we roll. Let me see. I'm gonna grab more coal. I know we're running super heavy here. We might leave some of this coal here for next time we are around, when we have more carrying capacity, or we might just bring it with us and just, you know what, move slowly. We'll have to decide. Okay, we're going to be in the same situation again here now. So this time let's do it right. So we drop that, we grab the next one, we light that off of that one, and then we keep going. And since we're heavy, we're not going to pick that one up. But at some point, we're going to come back through here. And when we do, I like to recycle those torches, because I don't like to litter. I don't like to, you know, Great Bear is so beautiful. This game is so beautiful. I just want to leave no trace. You know, I just want it to look nice all the time. I don't want a bunch of torches like all over the place lying around. I also like to clean up my fire rings, but don't always have the luxury of doing that because it can be quite cold. Alright, so if we were lighting our way with a lantern at this point, we would be putting it out. But we want to keep this torch lit so that we can use it to scare away wolves. So I have a feeling there will be wolves here. There almost always are. And if you haven't seen the wolf rock trick, it's a good one.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Can't drop it right now. We're going to have to, so we're not going to be comprehensive about looting this region. We'll come back here. I'm going to take these ratios though. We'll come back here and we will loot it comprehensively. Is that the only one? That is the only one. Okay. If it gets too windy, this torch trick won't work because the torch will go out. So we are hopefully not going to be too much wind. Now we got to pay close attention here to the sounds to listen for wolves. And I usually like to stay near one edge of the map so that I know which direction they're going to come from. Okay, now we got to drop. We got to do the marathon thing again. Drop that. I'm going to light that. I like to crouch too because it's less likely a wolf is going to grab you while you're doing it. Plus, it makes a bigger hit region for the torch, so that it's easier to get it. Look at this one hole here. That is awesome. Let's check out what's in here. Oh, this poor guy. That is probably why he's dead, because he has nothing on him. Take the feathers. Feathers we won't need for a little while, but when we need them, we're going to need a lot of them, and so we may as well start taking them. They don't weigh very much. Unlike firewood, which does kind of weigh a fair amount. We're warm in here. That is really amazing. The early days of Interloper are warmer than later, so it does get colder as time goes on in the game. I think it gets colder and colder for the first 50 days, and then I think it just pretty much stays brutally cold the rest of the time. So, we have a little bit of a grace period from a temperature perspective. So we are pretty heavy, and probably at the mine we should have stopped and dropped some stuff. But it's not very cold, and so now is probably the best possible time to keep moving through here. There is an indoor location not too far from here. I forget. Somebody's basement over to the left. Harris home. The Harris home basement over to the left. But we are not going to stop. We're feeling lucky, and we're going to keep going. Last time we said we're feeling lucky, there was a wolf, right there. I think I said, at the risk of being overconfident, let's just go, and there was a wolf right beside us. We did manage to escape him though, because he wasn't that interested in us. He had just killed a rabbit, and he was eating that rabbit. Let's do the marathon thing. But I am amazed that we have not run into anybody in Crumbling Highway, because usually there are wolves here. And watch, now that I say that, I bet they're going to be right here. I don't see them. Alright. Okay, well, we might make it. Famous last words. To Coastal Highway without running into a wolf, which would be alright. I mean, normally I would have lit a fire and cooked my fish and eaten it if I had nothing else to eat, but we're going to save the food for tonight. We're going to set up camp in the fishing huts in Coastal Highway. I know that's not exactly central. A lot of people like something like Jackrabbit Island. I don't know why, but I just like the fishing huts. Maybe it's because there's a crafting bench there. I don't know. I like it there. So that is where we are going to set up. Or maybe I'll change it up this time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way there. Yeah, I think we probably will. But we are pretty stinky, so I don't know. It's risky, but I think we will make it all the way there. But we cannot loot anything between here and there because we just don't have the carrying capacity right now.
Too heavy.
Too heavy. I bet you, so we are going to take these rose hips. I bet you that when we get to the base and I drop some stuff and do an inventory check, there's actually, we're going to leave this car too. I don't know, I just can't resist. And we do an inventory check, there's probably a bunch of crap that I don't need that I probably should not have lugged all this way. It's always the way, but right now, well, we are warming up actually. This is really nice weather, knock on wood. Gotta keep an eye on our torch here. Alright, let's do the torch exchange. Alright, nothing in the back, no? Open that sucker up. I would like to find a... Actually, maybe we'll go along the road. and stop at Quonset. Look at all those deer. Oh, I wish I had a... Yeah, you know what? There will be more opportunities. There's another deer over there, too. Yeah, let's go to Quonset because there's likely to be a hacksaw there. So we will go along the road. It is the long way. It's faster to go along the ice, and it's also safer because you can see further. But it's not too cold, and I think we got time. Maybe in the video, I don't know. I might fast forward this part because nobody wants to see me just walk along this road for the whole region, probably. But I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, we can lighten our load a little by drinking some water. And that, I'm sure, helps a little bit. It looks like it's like hovering right around 0, yeah. Because sometimes the arrow's up, sometimes the arrow's down. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We have a lot of coal. I mean, I think that's the heavy thing, is we've got a lot of coal, but I just don't want to ditch it because it's going to be very useful to have, and right now there's no reason to, except for impatience, because we're moving so slowly, but impatience kills you in this game. So I think one of the nice things about this game actually is that it's kind of meditative. Like, it's nice to be out here. You hear nothing but your footsteps on the road, the crunching of them in the snow as we go over the snow. I mean, listen to that. That's just a nice, fresh Canadian snow crusty crunch. That is just perfect. But we are going to take a quick shortcut. We're going to cut the corner off of this. Look at that. Meals on hooves right there. I wish there was some way to keep that, but I can't. So we're just going to keep going. But, you know, where there are deer, there are seldom wolves. So, you know, it's a good indicator that we're in safer hands. Now let's keep an eye on our torch. And let's do the exchange. I like to do it when it's like 2% or 1%. And we need to, next time we do that, I got to take a look and make sure I've got enough torches. If we run out of torches, then we are going to want to light a fire and pull some more. So that's kind of how that works. So I think there's a dock straight ahead. If you look straight ahead here, there is a dock. And at that dock, there is a house. And we will stop in there for a couple minutes. And we'll do an inventory check in that house. Maybe there's a canopy, if we're lucky. And then right across from that house is the Quonset garage, where we will, hopefully, find a hacksaw. What else do we need? We need, we might find a sewing kit there too. We need a hacksaw, we need a sewing kit, we need a heavy hammer, and I would love to get a mag lens, but I'm not going to find a mag lens on this map, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so I was saying it's kind of nice. I mean, you know, even if you're just moving slowly through the world, the music is beautiful, the scenery is beautiful, as long as it's not too cold and you're not losing too much condition, and you know, you just gotta relax. And it's one of the nice things about this. You just put it on auto walk and just kind of take a deep breath, enjoy it. So that is what we're gonna do. Apologies if you all are bored watching this, but there's not a lot I can do about that right now. Just super heavy, and every now and then, as you move from region to region and you're carrying a bunch of stuff, that is just the way it goes. So here we come up on this dock in the house. I love the way the music comes to a kind of a semi-climax when you're approaching a new interesting location. It's, you know, so nicely designed, this game. Can't even tell you, I've been playing, I don't know, thousands of hours probably over 5,000. We're coming up on 6,000 hours in this game. And I'd have to check Steam and see, but I don't know, I still love it. I still love it. It is just beautiful. And here we are. Whoop, and there is the wolf. So let's swap out our torch because well, that's pretty decent. And here is the stone trick. Oh, there's two of them. So I have both of them now. Okay. If you have a weapon, if you have fire and a weapon, doesn't matter what weapon, it can be a stone. If there's fire and you aim a weapon at a wolf, the wolf will be scared and run away. And that is the wolf, the stone trick. So let's go in here, and we're going to lose him because when you lose line of sight, I don't know what Will just said, but when you lose line of sight with the wolf, should I do this? I don't want to loot this place yet. I'm going to come back and loot it later. Okay, I'm going to crouch here. I'm going to Quonset. I got to get there. So I'm going to crouch here. And I'm just going to carefully bunny hop up this hill until I can see where those wolves are. That's our destination right there. I don't see any wolves between here and there. You have to be careful not to get caught on the railing. And yeah, looks like we're gonna make it safely. Look at this, look what happened here. Like, this is relatively new. Like, look at that, an electric charge station. That's pretty awesome. Like, when this game started, that was not there, so it was two of those things. But now we got an electric charge station. But I have not seen an electric vehicle anywhere. So anyway, I don't know, maybe they're coming. Maybe we're going to see like a Rivian. That's the kind of vehicle I would want out here, if I had an electric vehicle. Something that is designed for all-terrain, the recycled can, because no,
Something's gotta go.
I know, something's got to go. Okay, here's something that bugs me. You can open these, and you can look in them, and sometimes there's stuff in there, very rarely in Interloper, but they just don't open very wide. It's kind of annoying. Hinterland, if you're listening, that is kind of strange and annoying. Okay, open this up. And we'll go in here, see what's what. Look at that. Bag of chips. Probably grabbing these things too fast. I should probably leave them on the screen a little bit longer so that you can see what they are. What's that down there? Just junk. Okay, not much here. I gotta make sure that our torch doesn't go out. Alright. Oh look, there's film down there under this locker too. Grab it for no particular reason. Sepia. Or is it sepia? Sepia instant fill. Is there a... Yes, there is. Medicine cabinet. And we can get free water from the toilet. It's really gross, especially from a toilet like this that doesn't have a tank. That is really gross. But you know what? Survival is the name of the game. It sounds like Willis is getting tired. We might just set up here for the evening. A lot of stuff here. We got a toolkit. We got dusting sulfur we're not going to need. You can use that to make...
I'm not going to be able to carry this load much longer.
God, Will, really suck it up. Here's your hacksaw. Look at that. 77% hacksaw. That is awesome. And some more fuel for our lantern. So, yeah, I think we're doing pretty well here. We have a lot of fuel because we got all that coal. We are going to start a fire. And there's a fire barrel in here. First, we're going to just loot the rest of this, and then
I
we'll.
thought to look here.
Well, we don't want that. Disinfectant. We don't need that. That's heavy. We can use beard instead. Better off using beard. So let's just finish searching around here, down here, just in case. Alrighty. Excuse me. And then we'll do an inventory check. We'll dump a bunch of stuff here that we don't need. Probably spend the night here. Just anything under there. Looks like there's a recycle can. And pork and beans. Awesome. And a whetstone, which
Nobody needs this anymore.
will be useful once we get something to sharpen. Meantime, whoops, there we go. Just checking everything out here. So that's not a bad day too. We made it all the way here. It's still early-ish, but we are getting kind of tired, so I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to the... Yeah, this is the same story with Sean. Some sad stories here, really. I mean, really sad stories, so I kind of feel bad about that. I wonder if we can pick this thing up. Yeah, look at that. Let's just... There we go. Yeah, some sad stories that are, you know, sort of semi-part of the lore, not totally part of the lore. There are some good YouTube videos on the overall lore of Great Bear Island. It's actually pretty detailed. There's a lot of history. Okay, gotta swap out our torch here. Okay, we're down to the really good torches. May as well just grab that one to recycle. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting lore. More film. There's like so much film. I already searched that, I guess. There's so much film that I don't know. Like, you don't have to be picky, I guess, about what you take pictures of once you find a camera. If we find a camera. So what's that? Shooting guide. I don't think I can use that except maybe to make fire because there are no guns on Interloper. There's no point making my firearm skill go up because there are no firearms. Another reason why I don't get the dusting sulfur because I don't have that much use for gunpowder. I guess you can make noisemakers, which I've never done. Did I get everything in here? Okay. Great, let's start a fire. Let's use Frontier Shooting Guide. So we'll start a fire here, and then we will do a little bit of an inventory check, and we'll do an inventory dump so that we are not quite so heavyweight. If we have to leave a bunch of coal here, that's fine. It's an easy place to get to. We can come here and get it
pretty well.
Use it later. That did turn out pretty well. Let's pop some water on. And let's throw some... Oh man, 50 coal. Look at that. No wonder we're so heavy. I'm going to keep the cedar. Let's throw coal or 2 on. We got so much. Alright, I'm going to drop the coal here. I like to put the coal where it's visible instead of in a drawer or something.
I need to drop something.
I'm going to keep 8 with me. And you know the other thing, what else is heavy? I think it's the recycle these. Well, it is getting to be late, actually, so I think we will... We'll definitely stay here tonight. We're tired, it's late. We'll cook up our fish, we'll eat the fish. I bet that's the heavy thing. Let's take a look. Alright, let's take a look. What's the heavy thing? Yeah, the fish. 3 kilograms. 900 calories. This is awesome. Like, we are really doing well here. We don't need 2 of the... We gotta decide where are we gonna put our stuff here. Let's see. No stove. Okay. I say we put it in. How big is this? 10 kilos. How big is this? 30 kilos. I say we put it in here. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we do not need. I think we can store like a couple books. Let's store all our cedar because we're going to use that to build stuff later. Keep those. Keep those. Let's store our cooking oil. We don't need that right now. Let's keep all the rest of our food. We're going to tear these carcasses down tonight. Keep our water. Store all our film, which we're not going to use until we find a camera. Store this pry bar. Doesn't hurt to have a spare. Store that. Whetstone doesn't weigh very much. I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to keep the tools. Oops. I like to have 3 rocks on me. Because then I can miss and still have something to pelt the rabbit with. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have 2. I don't know. Oh, did I miss a section? Yes, I did. All the stuff we're going to keep. This, we can actually tear these down. These weigh more as rose hips and less when they're prepared, so we can tear those down and prepare them. So, let's see. 1 minute, we got water. Alright. Let us cook our fish. And we may as well make a little more water. And we do not need 3 cans. So, and then we can spend 15 minutes preparing these rose hips while our stuff is cooking. We can spend another 15 minutes preparing these reishi mushrooms. That'll cut down on our weight as well. 2 minutes until ready, 4 minutes until boiled. How many? We only have 2 tinder plugs. There we go. Eat that. That's awesome. And that actually gives us a little bit of lamp oil as well. Not much, but a little bit. Okay, still got 54 minutes on there. I think from a tinder plug perspective, this is 27 minutes. Let's do it. Just to get more tinder plugs. We do need more torches as well, though. I'll move this so it's tidy. Alright. Why don't we grab some more torches? So we're going to throw a couple more sticks. Just throw them all in because we can... Oh, actually, I guess we shouldn't throw them all in. I'll throw in a hole, and then we'll take a bunch of torches. And yeah, we can... The ones that are not good, we'll just recycle. And that way we'll have at least 1 stick. It's always good to have at least 1 stick. Although we have books, so that works too. So we'll take out a bunch of torches. So if we hadn't made that mistake in the mine, then we would have gotten all the way here on 1 match. And that's the way you do it, really. Well, actually, the other thing I want to do... You know, I want to cook some. Let's see if we can cook some of these teas. Let's have our reishi and a rose hip, just to have them. Probably not a bad idea. See how much water we have. 3 liters. That's good. 10 minutes till ready. 18 minutes on the barrel. Sort this by 50 low quality torches. So we'll recycle some of these low quality torches. See if we can get like slightly better ones. We're lucky. 28. It's borderline. No, that's worse. Okay, just so we have some light, we can use the really bad one. We're going to recycle it anyway. Just to grab our teas. Don't forget our cans. And then we are going to not need light for the rest of it. And we're going to tear down those rabbits. Is the gut faster? It's only 10 minutes slower, so we're just going to do everything by hand. I'm going to drink some water. And we'll tear this guy down too. And then we will eat some food. I can't believe that we're already running low on food. We just ate that big fish.
I could eat anything right now.
Alright. We're going to drop these pelts, drop these guts to get them curing. This one is cured already because we found it. What can we eat? Let's eat crunchy stuff. This is heavy, so I'm just going to go ahead and smash it open even though I don't have a can opener. So when you smash it open, you lose some calories. The rest of our stuff's in good shape, and we may have enough to sleep. Yeah, we do have enough to sleep. So let us... Actually, I'm just going to drink that too. Alright, so let's sleep for 10 hours. And that was day 2, my friends. That was day 2. Alright, so day 2 is over. We're going to terminate this episode here, and we will pick it back up later. And when we pick up the next episode, we will head over to the fishing huts, which is where I like to establish a base. And we will start collecting some saplings now that we have... Actually, the first thing we're going to do is look around the Quonset because there might be a heavy hammer somewhere. We got to find the heavy hammer. That's next. So we'll look around. We'll look at here. We'll look at the fishing huts. If we can't find it, then we will head over to Pleasant Valley or Mystery Lake. If we can find it, then we will head back to Desolation Point, and we'll start making some tools. So that is the plan, and looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.